Hey there, Sean. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your fall break. This is your video lesson for today. There's 4.5 things I want to talk about. I'll go right down the list. If you have questions at the end, feel free to shoot me a message back and I'll do my best to answer. Cool. I'll start at the top. So I got your text message. So I kind of use that to kind of use a jumping off point for this lesson, and then added a couple extra little things. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the targeting tones. So it sounds like things are going really well with the hitting the A's in both in Magic Triangle 6 and Root 5. And then make sure targeting those A's right there. Cool. So what I would suggest doing is this week do targeting the note C. You'll see why in a second. So first thing C, C, then C, 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 right? And then target up here at the root 6, C, 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 C. Same procedure that we did last time. I think also too I gave you where you put the metronome on and you're able to play through evenly throughout and to move between the two triangles fluidly. Then what I would do is go to a minor pentatonic scale. Let's go ahead and just stick with let's go ahead and do A minor pentatonic, but this time see what I'm doing there is I go, okay, in roots in Magic Triangle 6, that C's right here on the 8th fret. Okay, cool. And in A minor pentatonic box 1, there it is, right there. So you have your C. Then root 5 Magic Triangle. And also from root 6. And see if you can do all the C's in A minor pentatonic box 1. The same way you did A's. And you sold and practiced targeting those notes. Same thing with C's. So this time your target's going to be C, 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 C. Be able to do that fluidly. And then the next thing you're going to do is try to do some solo lines. Right? Start on a C. Right? And then, right? Burn those into your memory. Then what you'll do is you'll do A in that position and then C in that position. So you gotta practice them separately first, know them by heart super well where all those notes are. And then you try to mix between the two notes. A, C, 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 A, C, 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 there you are. And see if you can switch between the A's in one box and then the C's in another box. Then what I would do, actually maybe kind of keep it that way this week. Then the next step, though, just to kind of give you a preview, or even sort of dabbling in it, is I would go into your looper and like literally play like an A minor chord and see if you can target those A's. And then in your looper, do one for a C chord. Right? So do each chord separate, because then what we'll do is we'll stick them together, and then you'll be improvising, basically playing over changes. The very basic way of doing it, but it's definitely a tricky skill to work on. So anyway, let me go ahead and punch that into my looper over here. I'm going to turn you around. I'm still in focus. Let's see here. There you are. Here I am. So I'm going to erase what was in there before. And I'm just going to play an A minor chord, then I'm going to erase it, do a C chord, and then I'm going to do a blend of the two. Now, that was my A minor chord. See, I'm always landing on those A's. There you go, I bent up to an A that time. Right? Next thing, click that out. C chord. See, sounds final, doesn't it? The other notes sound great, but it's nice hearing that resolution right there on the home note of the chord, the root note of the chord. You could do a bend up to the C, or you could do a ghost bend. There you go. There's some ghost bend practice for you. So you can ghost bend down. Right? So you want to do those two concepts separately. Do that, and then what we'll do is we'll stick them together. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you what you'll do when we get to this point. So I don't feel like you have to do that this week. Do the C chord and the A minor chord separately. But if you get bored, you can go ahead and maybe start this process. But we'll definitely talk about it next time. So now, A minor to C. And I'll give myself, with each chord, like 2 bars. 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and C, it's a C. A. I found the A because the A chord's not popped up. Landed on the C. It's more melodic because my solo lines aren't just me just running up and down an A minor pentatonic scale, but I am really targeting the home note of the chord that I'm playing over top of. And that gives it more of like a musical framework. So your solo is going to have more structure to it. And that's just the beginning. We can target the third and the fifth and any extensions off the chord, but you got to be able to hear, the first thing you got to do is be able to hear the root note of the chord you're playing on. Because otherwise, it won't matter if you can't hear the root, there's no point playing the 13th, because you won't know what that's supposed to sound like. So you want to really get used to hearing the root notes of chords. And then we'll add the third in, and when you hear the third really well, you can do the fifth, and then so on and so forth, okay? So cool, so that's why when she was targeting tones. And then, let's bring it back over here. Technique. So you said the ghost bends are looking good. Keep on practicing them because I always sit around practicing bends. You can never ever have too much practice with your technique. So, all right. The next thing that you should probably be working on, if ghost bends are easy for you, it will step up the difficulty level a little bit. And what I call double stop bends, or what he calls in the Rock Secret books, or in the Rock Secret book, he calls them unison bends, because you're keeping one note stationary. So I'm going to show you how it works. So say if I pick A, right? A is here on the first string, first fret, or say that fifth fret. It's Saturday. So got your A right there, right? Now we know from before that the A for Magic Triangle root 5, it's right there. Right, and bend up to that A. Now that you can bend up to the A consistently, ghost bends are easy for you. I'm gonna put my first finger here on the note A on the first string. I'm gonna grab G here. I'm gonna grab G here on the second string. and play them together. They sound beautiful, don't they? To my ear, they do. Beautiful dissonance. Anyway, though, so you got these two notes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold down your first finger. You're going to have second finger come over help. Now, remember, you keep the hand up higher. You want that thumb over the top. Remember, I think before your hand was way too low. You'll be up close touching the fretboard. And thumb over the top. Second finger is going to hop up here and help out the third finger. You're going to hit those two notes together. And you're going to bend this one up to an A while the first finger is also holding an A. That's why he calls it unison bend, because it's the same note that you're bending to. There she is. And you use your ear to tune it. So, you're not quite into. There it is. Takes a little oomph to get up there, and so it'll be easier up in the higher. Uses like this is like a Hendrix uses all the time, Stevie Ray Vaughan uses all the time, B.B. King, all those blues rock players. This is like a staple of theirs. If I click a little distortion on, it's that nice howling sound right there. So it's a really cool technique to work on and get down and put into your playing. And that's found, it's on page 37 is where he describes the technique. Yeah, Carl Santana and Jimi Hendrix, exactly right. So, one more time. First finger on A, first string. This finger grabs G, a whole step below A. We're going to bend that G up a whole step into a unison or a double stop bend, as I like to call it. There it is. Cool, man. Practice that for me. Next thing is some more sequence practice, but the sequences are kind of cool because they go right. They like walk you up the scale in a sequential fashion. Up the neck. 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. But what I like to do a lot of times is actually skip notes, and when we do that, we create something called an interval. Interval is just the distance between two notes. There's an interval between that note and there. Say here from like D to E, that's a whole step, right? But we also have wider intervals, and the one we're going to talk about today is the interval of a fourth. If you flip over to page 21, where he talks about it. There we go. And this is at the very top on page 21. What you're going to do is, sounds like this. So it sounds a bit more interesting than just playing right up the scale. Jumping around the scale like in wide intervals can give your solo a really neat sound. I use it all the time when I play. I try not to play for any length of time. I like to jump around wide interval ranges, like something like. And it makes it sound more sophisticated, angular, that sort of thing, depending on what kind of interval that you use. Now, to play these intervals in fourths, what you're going to do is you're going to make pyramid fingers. We talked about this plenty of times. So pyramid fingers with your index finger. Make that focus. There we go. Put it on my face. Like this. Flatten the tip joint out. Flatten the tip joint out, right? Just like that right there. Do with all the fingers, pinky included, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to play the 5, like how he has here, A minor pentatonic box 1, play that 5, and then you're going to hyperextend the tip joint and catch the 5 on the string below. So 5, hyperextend. See how my finger has flattened out right here? See if I poke that, like, do it. Focus there. There you go. Cool. Oh my God, that's cool. Does it? So we have. See, I'm hyperextending that tip joint. So here's circle finger, hyperextension. You kind of have to get away. You can't really do it too much on the next one. So 8 7. That's just kind of how it is. That's a third, by the way. So it's not complete fourth, but it's close enough. Next one down, 5, and same thing there. We're going to hyperextend the tip joint. ring finger, flatten that joint out right there. And you probably remember that from your A form chords right there. So this is a good way to practice that technique. Next one down, 5-5, same thing. Hyperextend the tuba joint. Same thing, ring finger here. We're just moving through the A minor pentatonic scale. Here we go. Another hyperextension. This one you can't really do that, but that's okay. And then you can do it for practice with the pinky. A good song that uses hyperextension with the pinky would be that one right there. Foxy Lady by Hendrix is a good one to do for that one. So work on your groupings of a fourth, or your fourths intervals. And then, let's see here, then Mint-Car. Yeah, there's a little bridge in there. I didn't pick up on it last time, but I went ahead and learned it for you. It sounds like this. Back into the chorus, or the chorus of the song. So what he does here, it's not too bad. E minor, down, down, up, down, up is what I'm doing for it. So down, down, up, down, E minor. This next chord has a funky name, but it's pretty easy. It's actually I call it the Horse's New Name chord. So if someone are coming in for lessons for the first time ever and they just need an easy win, Horse with No Name is always a good one. Anyway, so basically what you're just gonna take the E minor chord and you're gonna spread everyone out by 1 fret. So I think I'm focusing. So E minor, second finger will move up to the 6th string, and then your third finger will move down to the 3rd string. So here, they move in contrary motion. Now I hear Horse with No Name. And I call it D13/F sharp. Don't worry about the name. It's just, no one's ever asked me to play the D13/F sharp chord before. That's what it is. And then to a G chord, then back to that funky Horse with No Name chord. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, G. E minor. G, and then a 7, and then back into the song, or back into the main part of the song. And then for the outro, he does that a bunch of times. And then the outro, I believe, is a D chord. And I think, let me look at those tabs one more time. Yes. He goes D, the G/B, and then goes in, and then walks down, hits open D, C sharp on the 5th string, B on the 5th string, then open. That's the know that we should part right there. So you have, if I pull up the song here, car. Go. Watch just the. Oh, it's back to the. Oh. Wait a second. Double check something here. Ooh, that's it. Sorry, man, my bad. Let's fix that. It's the G, it's the... It's that. Yeah, because he has... go. Okay, let's fix this. Sorry, doing it on the fly. I should have checked it before. Let's see here. There we go. That's it. There we go. Okay, that's it. Cool. What he does there, my bad, is the D. That was right to begin with. G/B. He doesn't play the A7. What he does, the A7 is that will run that I is doing. So D, G/B, and it walks down that little scale pattern right there. Cool. So the outro is D chord, like in the main riff, G/B, and then before he gets to the, instead of climbing up there, know that we should 0, 4, 2, 0. Cool, there it is. All right, man, so work on that for me. And if you have any questions, want me to take a look at anything, feel free to shoot me over a message and I'll be more than happy to send something over for you. All right, take care, man. Bye.